Hey, get in here and make me some dinner.
Okay, I'll be right there.
No, now. And make it good. Last time it tasted like crap.
Okay. I'll make it right now. I'm so sorry.
Go.
Do you think I could come to work with you today?
No, that's a man's job. You stay home and tend to the kids.
In 1979, the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women took place. This convention was held in order to outline women's rights and protections, such as those that started the beginning of feminism.
These rights were an extreme change from those previously, as these rights included the right to vote and hold office, the right to freely choose a spouse, the right to access the same education as men, and even the right to access family planning resources, such as birth control. Previously, women as a whole were meant to be submissive, and their main purpose in life was to be a caretaker towards their families, putting others before themselves.
I want an education.
In the mid-1900s, the percentage of women who could read and who attended college increased substantially, in large due to the idea that women should now be getting the same education as men.
These main events shown in this timeline represents the first steps towards gender equality. First International Women's Day celebration was when 1 million demonstrators within Austria, Denmark, Germany, and Switzerland stood for the rights of women.
At the meeting of the First International Congress of Women, in order to support the women's rights movements that had been occurring, 12 nations, including the U.S., showed their agreement through having representatives attending.
Next, United Nations First World Conference on Women. In Mexico, 133 representatives planned for the advancement of women over the next decades.
At the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, the UN adopted an International Bill of Rights for Women.
Lastly, the meeting of Fourth International Congress of Women was when First Lady Hillary Clinton officially declared that women's rights are human rights, and many activists met in Beijing, China to support. Even though this movement spread quickly and effectively across the globe, some countries continue to strip females of equality and provide equal rights.
In the early 21st century, the country of Vatican City still did not allow women to have the ability to vote, and in Pakistan, although women gained the right to vote, not many did. Studies show that only 10% of the votes there were by women, which is therefore carrying on the continuity that women do not partake in political matters.
Global feminism is now an extremely widespread event, and continues to be. People are still continuing to fight for equal rights, which can be seen through the recent events in the early 21st century.
For example, in 2017, on January 21st, the Women's March on Washington took place. This was the day after Donald Trump's inauguration as the president. There were 500,000 demonstrators that stood up for women's rights, as well as any other concerns that associated with feminism. Overall, there have been many changes when it comes to the challenges faced in feminism throughout history. However, there have also been certain continuities as well. The history of feminism will continue to live on as it is still practiced today. The steps it took to get to the current day will never be forgotten.